I'm alright. I can't complain. Um, Went through practice, so see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully nothing flares up or anything. So see what happens.
You did go through practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're ready to go tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Have they told you that? Do they agree with that?
They haven't told me that. I don't want to ask, so I figure I'll find out game time when y'all find out. So it's not the. I don't like sitting out. Sat out enough. So
Did you have to have any tests yesterday?
I had an MRI in the morning. Everything came back fine. So they're just saying it's bruised or whatever. So all I can do is treat it at this point.
Do you change up any routines in the postseason? Change your lifestyle?
I changed my album that I listen to when I shoot. That's about it.
You go from what to what?
I went to Bryson. I went from Bryson Tiller to like. I was playing Rick Ross when his first came out. I was playing Future, and then I started playing this Ace Boogie in the hoodie. That's pretty dope. But I might get back to Bryson Tiller. For whatever reason, I just shoot better listening to it.
When LeBron gets new music like the Kendrick before other people, does he share that with you guys?
I'm the one who gave it to him, so I don't even know why he just act like he just came up with all of this. But we share it. We're in the group chat, sending stuff like that back and forth. So we definitely share it.
Do you have music that, like, say you listen to during the finals, like good luck songs or anything like that?
Good luck songs? No. I change my alarm to "It's a Beautiful Morning" every time I wake up, so maybe that'll work.
With Shump not playing in game one and then not playing in the first half of game two, did you say anything to him to prepare him to go in for the second half the other night?
No, because it happened so fast. They literally told me I wasn't playing when we was going to the huddle to walk back on the court for the second half, so I didn't really get a chance to talk to him or. I really wasn't in the mood to talk, so it wasn't helping. So, but he did a hell of a job. I mean, he came in, played great defense, got forced a couple turnovers, hit 2 big shots for us. So he stayed professional during the whole process, which is all you can ask because it's really a tough task to take, to grasp when you're playing. Starting at one point during the season when I was hurt and playing well and then not play game one, and then not play the first half, and still being the mentally to go out there and perform. You got to take your head off to him.
JR, 71% of the points in the first 2 games came from Kyrie and LeBron and Kevin, and you know this, that before the playoffs are over, scoring is going to have to come from a lot more places, and you're one of the guys who can do that. Can you talk about, as one of the, I hate to use the word other guys, but contributing scores, what the attitude is when they're putting up so many of the points?
When they putting up points like that, all we can do is just be ready on offense, but then just make the extra effort on defense, if that's possible. I mean, obviously give 100%, but you just really focus on whatever we need to do because this game they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, loose balls, so we gotta, try and do something else. I mean, they got the scoring load, so. My motto is if I'm not scoring and they're scoring, trying to do something extra, do something more with my time.
Theoretically, when 3 guys are scoring like that, are there more looks for you and Channing and Kyle and the other guys who can shoot from the outside?
Yeah, I would say yes, but the way people have been guarding us, no, because obviously they know we have tremendous depth at the shooting spot between myself, Kyle. Shump has made a hell of a lot of threes this year for him. Channing, guys, they're sticking to us. So it's really hard for us to get shots, and it's easier for those guys to do what they do. So it goes hand in hand. It's just, if you're on a team like this, you can't be selfish, so you really can't get mad at it. You gotta, just expect it and wait your turn.
The way you guys defended George the other night with having LeBron sort of, he was almost like a safety.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that really kind of plays to LeBron's strengths on D?
Absolutely. Obviously he's already one of the better I think him, Kawhi, and probably Tony Allen are the best on-ball defenders in our league. And for his athletic ability, how smart he is on the defensive end, I mean, his talent alone on the weak side is only going to increase our chances. Which it really helps us. So you look at him like an Ed Reed type of guy, and he does a great job with that. He gets interceptions on the weak side. He disrupts gets blocks. So it helps us.
You think he likes being Ed Reed?
I mean, I would hope so. He's a Hall of Famer. He's probably one of the greatest ever at that position. So if you don't like that comparison, I don't know. I don't know who you want to be compared to.
Is that part of the reason why, though, you've been willing to take those challenges? You did it last year, too, with DeMar DeRozan. Like, if you're not there, then somebody else has to go on Paul George or DeRozan, and it's probably LeBron.
Right. Yeah, I look at that as a challenge within myself because, for one, their team can't win without that guy, obviously. And for two, to challenge myself personally, my talent. My talent, at the end of the day, is my talent versus your talent, and it's who's going to be disciplined enough to come out with the positive outcome. For me, a guy like DeRozan just staying down, he plays so much in the mid-range area. He likes to pump fake, he likes to get to the free throw line. So, I mean, it's obviously different players for different situations, but I definitely look at it as a challenge for me.
I think I saw your dog hit a bottle for the first time the other day. Where does that stand? And I mean, I can't imagine everything you've had to go through this year with that. And is it still, how much is that weighing on you when you're on the court, and how have you been able to process all that and separate the two during the playoffs?
I mean, you can't separate the two because it's life, and it goes, for me, it goes hand in hand. I mean, so many relationships and, you know, the life I live is because of basketball, and one of the reasons why I'm able to provide and have a family like the way I have is because of, you know, my basketball stature and what I've been able to do, you know, at this point in my life. And for her, I mean, that's obviously that's number one. I mean, that comes before this game or any other game. So, but she's doing good. I mean, we can't complain. I mean, she's doing unbelievable numbers. The doctor says she's off the charts. So, I mean, we just got to take it day by day, and, you know, hopefully one day soon she'll come home.
That step with the bottle had to be a big lift for you.
Yeah. I mean, I got an unbelievable wife, so she made sure I was the first person who was able to give her a bottle, and I mean, I can't say enough about her because she's been there literally all day, every day since I think this is the 108th day. So she's been there, and for her to, you know, let me do that or let me do certain things is really cool, and I appreciate that from her.
How do you divide the time when you have such a time commitment here, and yet your daughter's in the hospital, and just how do you handle that? How often you get to see her?
All the time. I mean, I told you that's my first priority. I mean, basketball and whatever else after basketball is second. That's my main focus. So fortunately, in this situation coming down this home stretch of the season, and for her, everything is on the up and up. So if it was a turn for worse, I can't say I would even be standing right here because I wouldn't be here. I'm not gonna lie to you. So fortunately, everything is good. So I'm here.
Have you thought about maybe the silver lining of the thumb injury, that you weren't making road trips with the team and you're around your family?
I mean, I've thought about it. My wife and I've talked about it. Obviously, I talk about it with the guys. But had I not gotten hurt, I probably still would have missed the same amount of games. It's not. I mean, and that's no disrespect to my teammates or this organization, but for me, my family comes first. And if you can't accept that, then I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, that should be number one for any and everybody before any occupation. So, and that's one of the reasons why I felt so tough and hard for Isaiah, because that's an unbelievable thing to go through at this point in time in your career, in your life, or just life period, to lose someone like that and then still have guys depending on you. It's a very tough situation, and I feel for him so much, just from a man-to-man standpoint, not even as an athlete, but just as a person.
I don't know how much you knew about neonatal care 6 months ago, but now that you've lived through it, I mean, people who work in it, including one of my sisters-in-law who's a nurse, describe it as miraculous. Is that accurate, or?
100%. I mean, I can't even lie to you. When I first had my daughter, the second day of January, she was no bigger than this phone, no lie. And it's amazing to her to grow to be what she is now and have everything develop, and the things they really do in that building or around wherever around the globe. I mean, those people are really life changers. I mean, I go out there and perform in front of 20,000 people, but the pressure that they're under is second to none, because the people are looking at you like, that's my child. Like, I gotta depend on you to look after my child in the most vulnerable state, and I have to depend on you. I have to rely on you, and those are the real heroes.
If it's not too personal, how big is she?
Right now, she's just got to 4.7, so she's 4.7 pounds. Just trying to keep it going, keep the weight on.
When she gets to this size, this level of lung function, she'll be able to go.
No, they haven't. We haven't gotten to that point. My wife and I often think about it, and it kind of makes us nervous, because I mean, we don't want to ask, and then they keep telling us, push it back. But we do want to ask, and we don't want to just go there one day like, well, she's ready to go, and like, oh, So it's a very thin line, but I mean, it'll take care of us all.
Not to be glib or oversimplify it, but between what you're going through with your family and what Channing went through this year, do you think that gave perspective to the team at all, or there seemed to be from the outside the struggles of the team? I would imagine that would pale in comparison to real life,
I mean, yeah, we've been through it. I mean, as a team, we've been challenged off the court. We've been challenged on the court. We've been challenged with injuries. So, if there's any team or group of guys who understand how to persevere and get through what we've gone through, is these group of guys. And to go, I don't even know how many guys we had on the roster just coming in and out of the season. It's just been. It's been a lot, and I mean, obviously we're not making any excuses for ourselves, but we do look at it. We do pat ourselves on the back for that, because it's not an easy thing to get through, especially coming back to defending champs. So there's nothing we take lightly, nothing we take for granted, and we just try to get better as people and players every day.